Yeah, your favorite Terry Little Bacon Bear hanging out with the one and only
Mike Scott.
Okay, so starting at names.
Yep.
You know, I almost said Michael Scott, like the Michael
like
Scott.
off The Office, right?
Do you watch The Office?
Not really, nah. But the clips I seen are hilarious. I just hadn't taken the time to like watch it.
For your namesake, you know you have to.
I gotta go and watch it now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only right.
So your real name and who you are is Mike Scott.
Yeah, so my middle name is Scott, yeah. And my first name is Michael, yeah.
Was it easier to lean into your own name then, or did you feel any pressure to like create something new?
Yeah, I guess so, because like I spent like a lot of time trying to come up with nicknames, and I just couldn't come up with one. So I was like, I'm just gonna use the name my mama gave me.
What were some names that you got rid of that just didn't make the cut?
I went by Scott G. I think I went by like
Scott G's cute.
The Therapist. It was a whole bunch of just weird stuff. It's stuff that I just forgot about. But yeah, it's just I just went through like a whole phase of just different names.
But you stuck with Mike Scott.
Yeah, stuck with Mike
Scott. The Therapist, I don't know if that one would have stuck so
ain't
much.
Working. Yeah. So I said Mike Scott. I'm like, it kind of got a ring to it. My mama gave me that name, so I'm gonna go with it.
It do. You know, maybe mama knows best.
Yeah, mamas know best. Yeah.
So tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
Shoot. Okay, that's not a simple question.
It never is around here.
So I was born in D.C.
Okay.
I was raised out in PG till I was about 8 years old. Then I moved to North Carolina, around the Charlotte area. Mm-hmm. And I was down there till I graduated high school and I made my way back home.
There's a major migration of black people from Maryland to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So I
that
definitely
connection,
see that.
yeah.
It's a very strong one. And what college did you go to?
I went to Delaware State University.
You said where?
Delaware State.
Delaware.
Don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
don't know about Delaware.
Don't do that now. Come on, don't do that.
They are backwoods, not cousins. I don't know what they got going on over there, but cute idea. Do you think what area do you think impacted and shaped your music the most at that point?
That's interesting. I feel like a lot of the areas that I just kind of been to shaped it and made it into one. You know, growing up down south definitely shaped it. This area shaped it. But also in college, there was a heavy New York presence. So a lot of that kind of shaped my sound too. And so I feel like multiple places kind of shaped my sound, not just one area.
Do you think that you learned a lot more from the area or outside of the area? If you could
probably have to say outside.
Really?
Because I traveled a lot. So
it sounds like you traveled a lot.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah. No, I've heard Delaware, North Carolina, DC, PG.
And then my family's from Alabama, so I used to be down there in the summertime.
Well, dang, you just a migratory man then at this point.
Yeah.
So this is where you settled your life, though. This is where you are now.
This is home. This is what I call home. This is where I settled my life. Yeah.
Do you love it here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no place like it.
Really? What's your favorite thing about the area?
Favorite thing about the area? I don't know if I have a favorite thing about the area, but the people, the culture, the food, the music. It just feel like home. You know what I'm saying?
I was waiting for you to say PG so that we could say, the pretty girls in the county.
Of course that now.
But shameless plug.
Of course that now. Pretty girl county. Come on now.
So when we talk about the ladies, do the ladies influence the music at all? Do they help at all?
Absolutely.
Do you have any muses?
Do I have any what?
Muses. Do you know what a muse is?
Okay,
so like if you do art, your muse is like the thing that encapsulates kind of like your work, that helps you create your work. Like if you're an R&B singer, who's the girl that you love the most that you sing to and you sing about, you know? Or like when you make things?
I used to have a muse. My ex, she influenced a lot of my music.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Good and bad.
Sure.
But mainly my music is kind of just life experiences and what I've gone through.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because art imitates reality, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just whatever I'm going through, that's my music.
And how long have you been making music now at this point?
So I've been making music for a little bit, but as far as the artistry side and being in front of the camera, I would say probably top of the pandemic.
Wow. Do you think that the pandemic like pushed you forward at that point? Like you felt like you had to do it, or were you just like, it's just time?
I feel like it's something that chose me. I didn't choose it.
And why do you say that?
Because I started off making beats, and from the area I'm from, down in North Carolina, there wasn't a lot of like opportunity for artists or even people to sing over my beats or rap over my beats. So I kind of took it upon myself to just do it. But it started off as a hobby. But the more I kept doing it and the more validation I was getting from other people and saying, hey, you pretty good at this, da-da-da-da, I just kept leaning into it and I fell in love with it. And I felt like something that just kind of chose me. And for a long time, I kind of pushed it off and was like, I don't know if I really want to do this per se. But it's kind of something that I can't get away from, and it just kind of chose me. So I feel
you can't resist it.
Yeah, I feel like I gotta do it. You know,
you do
like
gotta do it.
If I don't do it, I ain't right in the head. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely. I think more people should answer to that call, but I also feel like creativity is something that moves. So like if you're creative in one thing, you can move that creativity to something else, and like maybe it influences something better. I don't know. As far as music is concerned, when you're in front of the mic, what's important to you now? What do you want to end up at? Or where do you want to end up?
Where do I want to end up at?
Yeah.
In terms of like my career?
Yeah. What's your biggest goal, biggest dream? Do you know?
My biggest goal is, of course, I want, the money, the lifestyle, but my biggest goal is I want to touch people and inspire people and enlighten people.
Sure.
As much as I can, as much as God is willing. So that's my biggest goal. If I can look up one day and I can see how many people I touched, how many people I inspired, and how I changed and brought something to this world, then I'm successful at that point.
Sure. I like to say the KYS verse is a perfect time to like touch the people, because not only are you touching and asking them to do something, but they also have to do it back. Like the support has to be full circle. Like it takes a lot to pick up the phone and listen to somebody every single night. Like it's a full circle experience. Yeah. What was your versus experience like?
My versus experience, the first night was a little nerve wracking because I didn't know what to expect.
Sure.
And I didn't know if people was really gonna fall through and call. And the more it just kept going on, I seen the support. I was kind of, wouldn't say I was surprised, but it was kind of like, man, like people are really like rocking for me, And it was a good experience. It was exciting. It's the first time I've been on the radio, so that was crazy hearing myself. It was just overall, it was just a good experience.
Sure.
I had a good time.
If there was anything that you would do different or that you would see different with KYS versus, what is it? Because this is advice to me now.
Anything I would do or see different? I don't know if I would do anything different per se because I won, so whatever I did was right. You know what I'm saying? But something I would like to see different, maybe, I don't know if I like to see anything different actually. Now I'm thinking about it, I don't think there's anything I would do or see anything different.
Sure. Well, for the new year, I'm looking for new experiences and new ways to also serve the artists in which I work with. Like this is just as much as it is an experience for you, it's just as much as an experience and important to me. So glad to hear that. Right. Now on your fifth night, what were your thoughts and your feelings? Always ask people if they cried. Did you cry?
I didn't cry.
You pop a bottle, do anything like that?
Nah, I ain't pop a bottle. I was nervous. I'm like, I ain't made it this far to just lose now.
Yeah,
like,
but they do that too.
And I knew that happened. So, but when I took it, I was in the car by myself outside the house. And after I won, I got out the car and I literally ran all the way to the door. I was recording myself. I was like, yeah, nigga, we made it. I was getting hyped. So I come through. My mom was like, yeah. And I was like, don't nobody talk to me right now. Like, I'm too hyped. So
I'm famous. I'm famous, Mom. I'm on the radio. You can't talk to me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I was hyped when I won. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, night after night after night, getting people to call in, making videos on social media, all the work that it took putting into it to see that reward come back. It's just a really good feeling.
I mean, I think we all want kind of like instant gratification, but it's always great when you see that the people that really ride for you go above and beyond to really ride for you. Yeah. In your musical world, who has been the biggest influence and inspiration to your work or anything that you got going on?
Biggest influence. There's a lot of influences. I don't know if I can just pick one, but off the top of my
Inspiration, not influence.
Nipsey Hussle is definitely one.
Inspiration, not influence.
You said what?
Inspiration, not influence.
Oh, inspiration? Nipsey.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. I mean, the Bee Gees, Harlan Oates, Pharrell Williams, Tupac. The list goes on.
That's a diverse. When you threw in the Hall and Notes,
yeah, I mean the list goes. I mean, and to get even deeper, I mean, I listen to engineers too, like Jason Joshua, Dave Pensado. I mean, there's just a lot of people that, because sonically the way things are engineered influences my music as well. So
that's a good thing because you have a trained ear. You're a musical person.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, with the end of the year probably like a couple weeks away now at this point, do you have anything anticipated, planned, or anything like that? Or are you gonna wait till the new year to drop something?
I'm waiting till the new year to drop something.
Sure.
Right now I'm working in the studio, putting things together for some new videos coming up.
Videos, you say? Can you tell me about the treatments or any secrets in the videos?
I mean, it's no secrets or anything like that. I'm really just kind of focused on getting more visuals out there because we're in such a visual age where dropping music is cool, but people want to see you. People want to see the music nowadays. Yeah. And so that's kind of really what I'm working on right now, just making sure the visuals is on lock for next year rolling in.
What would you give or pass as advice to another KYS versus potential artist, somebody that's like on the cusp and wanting to send their song in, but they're not sure that it's good enough yet? What would you offer them as advice?
just go ahead and send it in. You know what I'm saying? It's you never ready until you're ready. You know, you may have an opinion about your song and think it's not good, but you know, 5 other people say otherwise, 10 other people say otherwise. You know what I'm saying? The song I sent in, like, it's not even necessarily one of my favorites, but
And the song was called
Cellular. But you know, you just never know. You just never know. That's the thing. Just go ahead and jump for it and get it. And if you don't get it this go around, keep pushing, keep going, because you know that's the main thing.
It's great when you say it because they don't believe me when I say it.
Okay.
But I also believe that the song that you pick is super important. And I feel like Cellular is a song that sounds like a single to me. Now, I can't say that I've listened to your entire discography of work or anything like that, but it was a solid single. Like, I think it was a good representation of what Mike Scott has to give. So cheers on that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Are there any special shout outs that you want to give to your friends, family, girl, whoever?
Shout out my mama, shout out my dad, shout out Kev, Braxton in the back, all my supporters, everybody that's been there with me through this journey.
Sure.
We got more to come. This is just a beginning. We just getting started. So, yeah.
Where can we tap in with you? And before you say that, do you accept features? Do you dabble with others? Are you willing to work with others? Because it sounds like you got a bunch of talents.
I'm definitely willing to work with others. I haven't done a lot of features and work with a lot of other people, but I'm definitely open to it. So, yeah.
You travel too?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I knew you'd say that.
Yeah.
I knew you'd say that.
Yeah, I travel. I'm a traveling man.
Sure. Well, where can we follow you? Where can we say hello and send you congratulations?
You can follow me on Instagram at I am Mike Scot. That's Scott spelled with 1 T. YouTube, Mike Scott. Yeah.
And Cellular is what we were talking about right now. Yeah. But where can we stream it? Where can we find it at?
Oh, you can stream it Spotify, all streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, all that.
And to the DMV and beyond, you can watch this interview and more at Little Bacon Bear and at littlebaconbear.com. No. You know those my ear horns.
Yeah.
You can introduce your record to the DMV one time.
Okay. It's your boy Mike Scott, and you about to listen to my new song, Cellular.
Honey.